Hi, I'm Coach Jen. I'm just fresh from a NAC, super excited. The question that has been posed to me is, how do you build a fencer? How does a fencer learn how to compete? And I thought about it on the way home, and there's 3 important steps to building a great competitor. The number one thing that is often overlooked is the environment that the fencer is training and competing in. We don't have our space right now. We lost our space to the pandemic. So believe me, having your own space is extremely important. We lost fencers because of it. And when we go back into our new space, we're gonna gain fencers because of it. So space is really important. How people feel in your space is a little bit different than what kind of floor you have or what kind of replay system you have. So how do people feel when they come in? Do they feel special? Do they feel like they're in a special place? And when you're learning how to compete, there are certain rituals and relics that we gain and we see other people gain through the process of competition. And putting these types of relics inside your space is really important. I brought a couple of things that have really caught people's eyes. One of them is a simple list of everyone who went through our club and fenced competitively in NCAA fencing after they left our club. It's an external variable. It's something that they can look forward to going towards or to after they graduate from our program. Is it the reason people walk in our door? Absolutely not, but it inspires competition. It's like, ooh, I could go somewhere or do something. Another fascinating relic is these little medals. We probably don't think much about when these are put around our neck and the clapping. In fact, I've been to some tournaments that didn't even have a ceremony. I'm like, okay, these are really important. They're special. They acknowledge an accomplishment. These are really important to developing a competitor and creating a respectful competitive environment. Tied to creating this environment is helping the fencer identify as a fencer. See my jacket here with my logo? There's a club, you've probably heard of it. Vitaly Nazlimov runs this club. And for years, his club was meeting, they were working, they had no warm-up jackets. I'm like, Vitaly, you'll be a real club when you get a jacket. They were doing okay competitively. They got these spiffy red warm-ups. They're doing fantastic. Was it because of the warm-up? Probably not, but was it part of them becoming a competitive program? Absolutely. Another odd example of a fencer identifying as a fencer. Coming out of this pandemic, I have several athletes who are trying to figure out, do they do this seriously? Do they go all in? And one of my fencers had been struggling with pants, finding a pair of pants that fit. For women, this is particularly painful. The pants split. She had to fence with there's lots of issues around these pants. And I said, let's just try these pants on. Of course, it's more expensive. The quality is better. And putting on these pants made this fencer feel like, it honored their body, I guess is the best way to put it. And then they had their best junior fence result ever. Now, was their result because of the pants? Okay. But it helped that fencer identify as a fencer and be proud of themselves and how they looked and how they appeared. Another key component to identifying as a fencer is also identifying as an athlete. We have the nerdiest group, I'm pretty sure, in the entire United States. We're smack in the middle between Duke and Carolina. We got some nerdy tech people in our club. So cultivating that sense of athleticism has been a challenge for our club. But once they push their bodies in a different way and they see their strengths, their speed, their agility, they start to see and view themselves in a different way, which is super important. We can teach the technical skills. We can teach them how to think tactically, but until they identify as an athlete, they're really gonna struggle on the competitive national arena. So these are all important things. The third is the more difficult thing, and this is identifying what the individual, what the person's what I call work is in front of them. This is very personal. I think this is sacred work. And I need to talk about the difference between a transformative coach and a transactional coach. A transactional coach tells you how to hold the saber. Okay, you hold it like this. The angle is here. You must go fast. You must do this. These are transactions. You're learning a skill and exchanging it. But when you're going to compete, you're vulnerable. You go into a fight or flight state. I call this sometimes going into ceremony. You're going into a venue, you've got your uniform, you have a privilege of representing your club and your community, and there's something special about this, and that needs to be honored. And if you are just teaching skills and able to do the technique and understand tactics, you can get some really good fencers. But at some point, you're gonna run into that fencer's work. And that is who they are becoming or how they want to be. A transformative coach sees the athlete as a whole person and understands that fencing is just one aspect of their life. It's not all of their lives, but it's absolutely a metaphor for their development as a human being. So when you look around your club, are your fencers happy? Are they excited? Are they fencing with joy? Or are they angry at each other? Are they fighting and bickering all the time? These small cultural differentiations are really, really difficult to help cultivate in a club. And a lot of people feel like they have to be ugly or angry in order to be a strong competitor. I completely disagree with this. I believe fully that you can have a strong competitive club environment without sulky, angry people just, being miserable. Okay. If you're not sure about your club or you're thinking, this feels kind of right, you're probably overtraining. You're probably something's out of balance or something's not right. And this is extremely difficult for a coach, for a family, and for a club to balance, since we have to be open all year round and our season, does it ever really end? Not really. But thanks for listening. 3 important things, just to recap: the environment, the fencer identifying as a fencer, believing that they are worthy. And then the last part is, what are they getting through fencing? What are they going to gain out of this lifelong? Thanks for watching.